First, the bad news. SAP Business AI won't generate amusing holiday cards, but it will personalize career paths for your people and let you know which suppliers are best, so you can be ready for the next opportunity. Revolutionary technology, real-world results. That's SAP Business AI.
Hi, I'm Daniel Hill of Daniel Hill Media, and welcome to my Instagram Stories Flash Briefing, where I give you the news you need to know about and answer questions about the platform. There was no news today because usually there's nothing too interesting that happens from the Instagram team over the weekend, but there was an interesting article in Forbes that I wanted to talk about. The article was entitled, How to Use Your Instagram Account to Develop a Positive Mindset. There's so much negativity surrounded with Instagram and the internet in general that I thought this was a very refreshing article. The article had some interesting stats that I wanted to quickly go over. It talked about specifically 80% of users of the platform following at least one brand on Instagram, 60% of users learn about new products through Instagram, and 30% of users say they've bought a product they discovered on Instagram. Now, I figured these numbers were high, but actually I was shocked at how high they were. Instagram images get an average of 23% more engagement than their Facebook counterparts, as well as brand engagement that is up to 10 times higher than what's seen on Facebook. These numbers really highlight the value of spending the time to know and understand Instagram. The article is definitely worth reading on Forbes.com. Again, the title, How to Use Your Instagram Account to Develop a Positive Mindset. And now on to the question of the day.
I sell a product. How can I make my posts about the product visible to as many people as possible?
I would focus on posting to the feed one excellent, high-quality image or video per day. One per day. If you have more content than you want to share and more things that you want to show, use the stories for doing that. And I would say between 5 stories and 10 stories spread throughout the day is a good number. Sometimes I click on people's stories and I see that they have like 20 stories and I'm just skipping through. And sometimes I just exit out because I'm not interested in watching quite that many stories. 5 to 10 is usually a good number, especially if you want to keep an engaged following with people who are watching what you're doing throughout the day. And again, 1 post per day in the feed is a good barometer. That's all for today's Flash Briefing. Thank you for listening, and please send me a direct message at Daniel Hill Media with comments or feedback about this Flash Briefing. Thanks for listening.